Hey guys, welcome to Yogana. My name is Anna, and today we're going to be doing a power flow focused especially on the core and hips. So go ahead and hop into something comfy and we'll get started. Alright, let's go ahead and start in child's pose for this practice. So we'll go ahead and come onto our knees. The big toes are going to be together. Knees are always optional to be wide or together. And we'll extend the arms out all the way in front of you. Let the forehead start to rest down towards the ground. And then with each exhale, we'll just let the hips sink a little bit deeper over the heels. So just really settling into this posture, feeling nice and long in the torso. And feel that deep release in the back, in the hips. As we take a few breaths just to ground in, feeling the breath in the belly, just pressing against the legs. As we inhale and exhale. Gonna just take one more deep breath here. And then on the next inhale, we'll start to lift ourselves up, find baby camel. So we'll walk the hands in. Take them all the way behind you. Press into the palms, fingertips pressing towards your body. We'll lift the hips off of the heels as we roll the shoulders back. Feel that deep opening in the fronts of the hips, the heart, the shoulders. And then exhale as we close back in child's pose. So we'll just move a couple times here. Tent up the fingers as you find child's pose so you really feel that deep shoulder opener, maybe a little shimmy of the torso. And then inhale as we open back up, walking the hands behind you, find baby camel. Lift the hips, open up the shoulders. And exhale, find child's pose again. Just moving at your own pace, inhaling and exhaling as it feels right. If any posture or variation or transition feels really good, no need to rush to come out of it to make your way into the next posture. Just take plenty of time moving very intentionally and with your body's needs, just responding accordingly. Good. Last time we'll go ahead and open up. Good, and then we'll come back to kneeling posture. So we'll bring the knees in. Big toes can still be together. And then we'll start to walk the hands forward, find our first down dog. So we'll tuck the toes here. Start to slowly lift up the hips as we pedal out the dog. So just very intentionally warming up the hamstrings. We'll drop one heel, bend the opposite knee. Warm up the hamstrings, the calves, and press the hips up towards the ceiling. Good. We'll evenly start to press both heels towards the mat. Lift the hips high, the heart aims towards the back of the mat. And then we'll go ahead and inhale as we kick that right heel high, find three-legged dog. We'll stack the hips here and then bend in the knee, find some knee circles. So get deep into the hip. Just move one direction, point the toes slightly, and then move the knee in the opposite direction. Finding some circles. Inhale, re-extending, three-legged dog. Switch sides, lower down the right foot. And then inhale that left foot high. Stack the hips, bend in the knee, point the toe, and find some circles. Switching directions. And then lowering down that left foot to meet the right. And slowly making your way up into a forward fold. We'll tippy toe ourselves up to meet our hands. And exhale as we land. Hanging out here, keeping the knees slightly softened. And then releasing in the head by grabbing the back of the head just very gently. No pressure there. And releasing the hands. And shaking out the head, yes and no. Feeling the natural opening in the backs of the knees. Good. Exhale. We'll release the hands and ragdoll ourselves up into a standing posture. So very slowly unrolling, coming into a nice tall standing posture, rolling the shoulders back, palms facing forward. We'll inhale, arms high. Exhale, find cactus arms, bend the elbows 90 degrees. Shoulders are going to roll down the spine and heart presses forward. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right foot goes back. Find a low runner's lunge. We'll hang out here, coming onto the tips of the fingers, rolling the shoulders back, and that right hip aims down and forward. So you really feel that opening in the right hip. A really awesome benefit of low runner's lunge. Lower down the hands, frame that front foot. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Find a high plank. And then we'll lower down, knees, chest, chin, or bent elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra as we untuck the toes. Lift the heart, maybe the belly, find up dog. And then exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Good. Inhale, kick that right heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it all the way up and through. Low runner's lunge. Come up onto the tips of the fingers, rolling the shoulders down. Left hip aims down and forward. Exhale, frame that front foot. Press the right foot back to meet the left. Move through vinyasa flow, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. From here, we'll kick that left heel high, find three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it all the way up and through. Inhale, warrior two. Drop the right heel 45 degrees. Windmill the arms open to a T. Sink the hips low. Press the left knee open. Shoulders just over the hips. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Right hand goes down the back leg. Left arm reaches back. Inhale, high lunge. We'll rotate onto the right toes. Hips aiming forward. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, lower down, frame that left foot. Move through a flow. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Maybe keep it lifted this time. One-legged chaturanga or lower down chaturanga. Find up dog. And exhale as we found down dog. Inhale, kick that right heel high. Exhale, bring it up and through. Inhale, warrior two, other side. Windmill the arms open, hips sink low. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Take it back. Keep the hips low, that right knee bent. Inhale, bring it up, and then find a high lunge. Come onto the left toes. Left hip aims forward, hips sink low. Exhale, frame that right foot. Move through that one-legged chaturanga or two-legged, and then we'll meet in down dog. Good, inhale, kick that right heel high. Exhale, bring it up and all the way through. Low runner's lunge, we'll move through some cat-cow lunges. So dropping that right knee or that left knee slightly. Shoulders roll back, heart opens up. Exhale, find cat, lift the hips, straighten through that right leg. Round through the shoulders. Inhale, drop it low, find that cow lunge, opening up in the heart, dropping the left hip, left knee. Exhale, arch, find cat. Keep moving here, really getting deep into the hips and even incorporating that spine and hamstring. Good, last time here. And then we'll move into a pyramid pose. So as the hips are lifted, we'll find cow pose. We'll take a step in with that left foot. Feet are on two separate planks here. And then we'll move into a revolved pyramid. Keeping that left hand planted, we'll open up with the right hand, either extending fully all the way up towards the ceiling or planting that right hand on the low back. Finding a twist, that deep, intense stretch on the back of the right knee. Good, from here we're going to find a seated twist. So that left knee is going to go behind the right. We're going to lower down onto the sits bones. Take that right hand behind you. Left hand goes to the outside of the right knee. Gaze goes over the right shoulder. Good, exhale, we're gonna unwind into half moon. So we're gonna pop the hips up. That right hand's gonna plant in front of you, just in front of that right foot. We're gonna lift the hips up, kick that left hip high, and then stack the hips open as we open up with that left arm. So maybe just place it on the left hip or extend it fully up towards the sky. Stack the shoulders, stack the hips, slide between two panes of glass. Nice balance. And then slowly we're going to soften through that right knee and land in warrior two. So giant step back with the left foot. Arms come out to a T, sink the hips low. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take that left hand down the back leg. Right side of the body opens up. Inhale, triangle pose. Straighten through the right knee. Reach it forward and down with the right hand. Stack the shoulders again. Fix the gaze on the ground to stay grounded or start to look up to challenge your balance. Good, last few breaths here. Maybe reach forward and lift that right arm to frame the face, getting into the obliques. Really strong in the core, or keep it grounded, really focusing on balance. Exhale, lower down. Rotate that left hand in, hips come forward, come into that low runner's lunge, coming onto those left toes. And then again, finding your balance, we're gonna find a one-legged mountain pose. So hands come to the hips. That left knee is gonna fly high, bending into the knee, bringing it forward. And then exhale, warrior three. Fly that left foot back, ground through the right leg, fix your gaze, fly the arms back or forward, whatever feels best for balance. Open up in the heart, Barbie that left foot somewhere in between a pointing and a flexing. Good, land in a high lunge. Soften through that right knee. Land on those left toes, hips aiming forward, arms come high. Sink the hips low. Take it forward, find Superman pose. Reach forward, keeping those arms framing the face. 45 degrees, heart hovers over that right knee. Good, inhale back up. Exhale, fly the hands behind you and release the hands. Press the knuckles away, shoulders roll back as we inhale. Exhale, find devotional warrior. Melt the heart down, fly the knuckles high. Exhale, slowly release without flinging the hands. Frame the right foot. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes, find a half split. Move dynamically a couple times here, so press the hips back, extend in the right knee. Inhale, bring the hips forward, bend in the right knee. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Last time we're going to take it back and hold. Exhale, press the hips back. Keep that heart lifted, shoulders roll down the spine. And then exhale, keep the shoulders down the spine as we fold forward. Good, we'll slowly start to lift the heart again, move into the IT band. So take that right heel over to the left side of the mat and then roll onto the knife edge of the right foot. So really feeling that right IT band stretch here, maybe staying a little bit higher up on the fingertips this time because it can be really, really intense. Or if you have a couple blocks to lift the ground up to you, that might be helpful. Otherwise, just use your breath to feel steady, to feel grounded, feel at peace in the intensity. Good, inhale, we'll start to bring that right foot up. Take it over to the right side. Find that low runner's lunge, press the hips forward, bend in the right knee. Tuck the left toes, lift the knee. Move through that one-legged chaturanga, only if you want, or two-legged. Or just meet in down dog. We'll make our way there anyway. Good. When you're ready, we'll kick that left heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, bring it up and through. Low runner's lunge. We'll move through that cat-cow lunge, dropping that right knee slightly, opening up in the heart as we inhale. Exhale as we arch. Find cat. Lift the hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, arch. Moving at your own pace here, holding either side as long as you need to. Good. Last time here, we'll lift the hips, straighten through that left leg, giant step in with the right foot, landing on the full foot. Feet are on two separate planks here. We'll move into a revolved pyramid. Right hand stays grounded, left hand rests on the sacrum or reaches high as we twist to the left. Good, we'll move into that seated twist. So that right knee is gonna rest behind the left knee. Ground through the sits bones. Right elbow goes to the outside of the left knee. Left hand goes behind you. Gaze goes over the left shoulder. inhale as we unwind and find that half moon pose. Left hand goes in front of the left foot, and then we'll lift that right leg high. Stack open the hips, stack open the shoulders. Right hand rests on the right hip or lifts high. And then start to soften through that left knee. Ground gently through that right foot. Find warrior two. Sink the hips low, arms come out to a T. And then we'll inhale it back, find peaceful warrior. Take that right hand down the back leg, left arm reaches back, hips stay low. And then inhale, bring it up, find triangle pose. We'll straighten through that left leg, reach forward and down with the left hand. And then start to reach up slowly with that right hand, taking your gaze wherever you feel steady, stacking the shoulders, feeling that imaginary wall behind you. And again, if you took that left arm high on the other side, that right arm high on the other side, we'll reach that left arm high this side. Activate the core, activate the obliques and frame the face, reaching forward with the left hand. And then slowly releasing, reaching back down, closing that right hand in, coming into a low runner's lunge, coming back onto those right toes. And then as you ground through that left foot, take the hands to the hips. We'll stagger step that right knee in, finding the one-legged mountain pose, bringing that knee in towards the chest, finding your gaze, staying steady. And then slowly making your way into warrior three, kicking that right leg back, right hip stays in towards the mat, chest opens up, finding cobra, reaching forward or back. Good balance. Keep that left knee softened so you're not overextending. And then gently we're going to land on those right toes, finding a high lunge, bending in that left leg, reaching high with those arms. Sink the hips low. Inhale, reach forward, find Superman pose. Hover the heart over the left knee. Nice and strong. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, interlace the hands behind you. Press the knuckles away. Shoulders roll open as we inhale, heart opens up. Exhale, fold it forward, find devotional warrior. Fly the knuckles high or keep them on the low back if that feels a little more steady. Slowly release the hands without flinging. Frame that left foot and drop the right knee. Untuck the toes. Find the half split. So press the hips back. Straighten through the left leg. Inhale, bring it forward. Find low runner's lunge. Exhale, press it back. Half split, gearing up for that half split hold. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, press it back. Last time here, bring it forward. Exhale, press it back and hold that left hip, aim towards the back. Keep the shoulders down the spine. And then exhale, maybe fold a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, we'll start to lift back up. Take that left foot all the way over to the right side. To get into the IT band, we'll open up onto the knife edge of the left foot and press the hips back again. Fold the heart forward. Keep the shoulders down the spine. Good. Inhale, bring that foot back up. Take it over to the left side. Bend into the left knee, bring the hips forward. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee, and meet in down dog. If you want to move to that one-legged chaturanga, we'll keep that left foot lifted as you kick it back and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, drop the hips low, find high plank, and then move onto the knife edge of the right foot, finding side plank, lifting that left hand high, that left hip high, maybe lifting that left foot and finding side plank tree pose. So planting that left foot somewhere along the right leg, just protecting the left or the right knee. Keeping the hips high and lifted. Good, and then moving into a low lunge. So releasing that left foot, bringing it all the way forward. Plant it between both hands. Open up, warrior two. Drop the right heel. Windmill the arms open. Inhale, wide-legged stance. Straighten through the left foot. Turn the toes to face the right side of the mat. Release the arms at a T. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold forward. Find that wide-legged forward fold, releasing the head. Half lifting as we inhale, flat back. Exhale, refold. Releasing the head, releasing the shoulders and the neck. Shake it out. And then we'll just start to sway back and forth, getting into the hips. So bending into the right leg, extending in the left leg, coming back through center, switching sides. Maybe taking the hands with you as each leg bends, or just keeping them in the center, dropping the hips, swaying them as low as they want to go. Good. Next time you bend into that right leg, we're just going to find Skandasana. So stay and hold either up on the right toes or drop the heel and bend in the hips. Straighten through the left leg. Keep the hands planted or bring them up to meet each other. Maybe find a twist, open up with the left arm, right hand plants. Maybe a half bind, reach behind. See if you can grab that left finger tips behind you. Or just aim in that direction, open up in the shoulders. And then release, take the hands back in front of you. Lift the hips through center, walk the hands all the way over to the left side. Find low runner's lunge. Move through a flow, maybe one-legged or two-legged chaturanga. Meet in down dog. Drop the hips, high plank. Other side, roll onto the left side. Lift that right arm high. Press the hips high. Maybe hover that right leg or keep it planted. And then let that right foot fall somewhere along the left leg, protecting the knee. Keeping the hips lifted, feeling the muscles working and shaking. And then slowly releasing that right leg, bringing it forward, low runner's lunge. Drop the left heel, open up as we inhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten through the right leg. Turn the toes to face the left side of the mat. Arms line up with the ankles, finding that width. And then inhale, maybe arms come high. Exhale, hinge and fold forward at the hips. Releasing in the upper body, shaking out the head. Feeling this inversion, maybe grabbing those big toes with your first 2 peace fingers. Maybe planting the hands just underneath the shoulders and then rolling those shoulders forward over the fingertips, coming up onto the toes, playing around with the muscles, working towards a handstand or headstand. Or if that's part of your practice, you're welcome to play around with that right now. Good. If you're in the inversion, if you have your big toes, just slowly coming back through center, taking the hands underneath the shoulders again, coming back through center, and then moving into the hips again, just bending into one knee, then the other, dropping the hips nice and low, extending the opposite leg. Good, and then the next time you bend into the left leg again, we'll find Skandasana on this side, extending the right leg. Finding a twist, reaching up with the right hand or that half bind, grabbing onto the left fingertips with your right. Rolling that right shoulder open. Good, and then unwinding, taking the hands back through center, lifting the hips high, walking the hands all the way over to the right side, framing that right foot, coming into a low runner's lunge, and meeting in down dog. One-legged chaturanga, optional. From here, we'll find pigeon pose. So we'll inhale, kick that right heel high. Exhale, we're going to move a little dynamically here. So to move into some hip mobility, we'll just hang out here, bring that right knee forward, walk the hands beside you, open up in the heart, sink the hips low, release in that right glute. And then walk the hands back in front of you. We'll just go ahead and inhale again as we kick that right leg back, 3-legged dog. We'll just do that 2 more times. So open up in the hip. Exhale, bring it forward. Meet that right wrist. Untuck the left toes, drop the knee. Walk the hands beside you, open up in the heart. Last time here, walk the hands forward, tuck the left toes, lift the knee, and kick that right leg back. As we inhale, open up in the hips. Exhale, bring it forward. This time we're gonna hold here. So if you need to move that right foot up towards the left wrist a little bit more, go ahead and set up for your variation of pigeon pose. Maybe take that left knee further back. Use any props to release that right glute any more than it needs to. And then maybe make your way down onto the forearms. Find sleeping pigeon here. Relaxing the shoulders, letting go in the hip. Good, we'll start to deepen the breath as we make our way back up. So coming up onto the palms, starting to bend into that left knee, bringing that heel in towards the body. We'll reach back with the right hand, maybe grab onto the foot or just bring that foot in and feel that quad stretch wherever it feels right. Keep letting go in that right hip, that right glute. Roll the shoulders open. Good, and then slowly release, stop flinging that foot. Tuck the left toes, lift the knee. Inhale, kick that right leg back. Open up, find scorpion dog, and then maybe wild thing, just counteracting the posture, lifting the hips high. And then flipping the dog. Find four-legged down dog and make your way to the other side. We'll inhale, kick the left heel high. Exhale, bend, bring it up to meet the left wrist. Drop the right knee, untuck the toes, walk the hands beside you, open up in the heart. Inhale, bring the hands forward, tuck the right toes, lift the knee. Inhale, kick that left heel high, stack the hips, reopen. Exhale, bend and bring it forward. Pigeon pose. Last time here, open up, take the hands beside you. Relax in the hips. Inhale, walk the hands forward, tuck the right toes, lift the knee, kick that left heel high. Open up as we inhale. Exhale, last time, bring it all the way forward. Good, we'll find pigeon pose and hold here. So maybe lifting those left toes up towards the right wrist or scooting that right knee back. We'll settle in here. When you're ready, when you're set up, coming onto the forearms, relaxing in that left glute. Letting go in the shoulders, maybe taking the elbows out wider. Good, and then we'll start to deepen the breath as we bring it back up. Come onto the palms, bend into that right knee, bring the heel in, and then maybe start to reach back with the left hand, grab the back of the foot, roll the left shoulder open. Breathe into the right quad. Release without flinging that right foot, lower down the left hand, tuck the right toes, lift the knee, kick that left heel high, and then open up. Find wild thing or scorpion dog or anything your body needs to counteract. And then flip the dog again. Find four-legged dog. Inhale, kick that right heel high. Exhale, bring it up to meet the right elbow. Find a hover here, nice strong core. And then plant that foot on the outside of both hands. Find a wide lunge. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes. Find lizard. So maybe sinking down again onto the forearms. Staying up on the palms. Protecting the knee, making sure the knee is in line with the direction the toes are aiming. So if the knee wants to open up, let the right foot also roll onto the knife edge of the foot. Otherwise, keep that knee in track with the right toes, bringing the knee in close to the body. Relax the shoulders as much as you can. And then come back onto the palms. Tuck the left toes, lift the knee, kick that right foot back. Three-legged dog. Exhale, four-legged dog. Inhale, other side, kick that left heel high. Exhale, bring it up to meet the left elbow, hover nice and strong in the core. And then inhale, plant on the outside of both hands. Exhale, drop the right knee, untuck the toes, protect the left knee, set up for this side, and ground into lizard. Inhale, we'll start to make our way back up. Once we feel balanced on this side, we'll tuck the right toes, lift the knee, and inhale, kick that right leg or left leg back. Lower down that left foot to meet the right, find four-legged down dog. Drop the knees, sink the hips back, and swing the legs forward. Coming onto the sits bones, we'll scoot our way up towards the front of the mat and activate the core one last time. So moving through boat poses, little dynamic movements here to finish off practice. We'll reach forward, keep the feet planted, bend in the knees, and then start to lean back. Upper body hovers over the mat as we lift the feet and hover the feet over the mat. Move into that half boat pose. Maybe extend the legs. And then find full boat. Keep the heels hovered, the shoulders hovered. Nice strong core. Reach all the way overhead. And then roll onto the right side of the hip. Keep the shoulders, hands, and feet hovering. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the left side. Feeling that shake, hovering here. Come back through center. Lower down, find morning stretch. And then we'll find that reverse posture. So inhale, start to lift the shoulders, the feet, arms. Take the arms down beside you. Bring it back up to half boat. Bend in the knees or straighten them. Heart's a little bit higher. And then back down. Hover the heels, hover the shoulders. Reach arms overhead. Roll onto the right side. Roll onto the left side. Come back through center. Release. Good, we'll move into bridge pose. So we'll keep the feet planted, bring them in towards the glutes, bend in the knees, take the hands beside you, and then start to lift the hips up. Keep those knees in track with the hips, shoulders down beside you, or tuck them under as we grab and interlace the fingertips, lifting the hips a little bit higher. Maybe challenging yourself here, kicking that right leg high, extending the foot, keeping the hips high still. And then switching sides. Lower down the right leg, reach and extend that left leg. Lower down. Untuck the shoulders, release the hands, and lower everything back down. Good, come into reclined cobbler's pose, bring the bottoms of the feet together, knees out wide. And breathe into the hips, the belly. On the next inhale, we'll close the knees together like a book. Hug them into the chest. Find a gentle rock and roll. Massage out the spine. And then we're just going to finish with some reclined twists. So lower down the feet. Cross the right knee over the left. Take the hips up and over to the right and let the knees fall to the left. So extend the right arm out beside us. Maybe grab onto the right leg with your left hand. And then let that right shoulder feel really heavy. So aiming and letting that shoulder fall into the mat, into the ground. Gaze maybe goes over the right shoulder, that right fingertips. If that feels okay on the neck, or just gaze aims up towards the ceiling. Deepen the breath. Bring the knees back through center. Uncross the legs. Realign the hips and switch sides. Cross the left knee over the right this time. Lift the hips up and over to the left as the knees fall to the right. Left arm extends out beside you. Right hand grabs onto the left knee. And then that left shoulder feels nice and heavy. Good. We'll inhale, come back through center. Realign the hips, uncross the legs. And then make your way into that final resting pose, taking any final postures your body's calling for to feel complete. Or if that's just final resting pose, corpse pose, making your way there. Setting up, letting the toes fully extend, fall out to the corners of the mat. The arms fall out beside you, palms face the ceiling, shoulders roll under the spine. And take one final deep cleansing breath, getting rid of all the stale air. We'll inhale deep through the nose, fill up in the belly. Exhale out the open mouth. Good, just letting your body feel nice and heavy. Sinking into the ground, absorbing this practice, and just being. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video and feel great, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next flow.